Hello everyone. Today I wanted to make a short video showing off some of the features of Energy Search for the people that may not be quite familiar with Energy Search and some of the features that it has to offer. To start things off, in order to get to the site, all you have to type into your browser is energysearch.me, just like the card. And some of the features are actually pretty simple. Um, Most people, which I'm finding, are actually using the card database. So they'll go here and you have all the sets here. You have unlimited, expanded, and standard. And for example, if you click on one of the sets, it'll bring up images of all the cards. And something I'm not sure if everyone knows is that if you click on a card, it'll show a more detailed view of that card. So you can see things like the prices and decks that might have the card in it and stuff like that. And if you're logged in, you'll be able to comment on the card. And so you'll be able to like discuss with other people about the card. Also, there's a search bar up here with a few different options that you can put in. So let's say you want to find something that is standard, and let's say something that is a dark type. Where is dark? So a darkness type that's standard, and maybe let's say zero retreat cost. So we'll go ahead and search, and we'll find out that Sharpedo from what set was this? Double Crisis is free retreat, and you can use that to find any sort of cards you might need to find. You know, it's nice to play around and figure out options when building decks. And speaking of building decks, there's actually a deck builder on the site, which apparently I guess not many people are using it, or maybe they don't know about it, maybe they just haven't tried it out. But you can go ahead and register right here. 1 second. You just got to put a username, email, all typical stuff, and you sign up. Then it'll send you an email, and you just verify your account, and you're good to go. So once you have that, you can go ahead and log in. So let me log in real quick. Okay, and then it'll bring you to this. You guys will have fewer options. Um, there's also some social networking features, so I can actually go on here and interact with any of these members. So I'll click this person, and you can actually message them. You can add them as a friend. It's kind of a little social network, kind of like Facebook, but not as advanced, maybe. So it'd be a nice way, like maybe you see somebody post about a deck, you want to ask them a couple questions about it. Now you can go ahead and just talk to them right on there. Um, Another thing, the deck builder, which I mentioned a little while ago. See, I have a couple decks here that I put in just to like try things out. The decks that did good at Worlds, so there'd be some decks in the database, and you can go ahead and like click on them to view them or edit them. I'll go to create a new deck, and one feature that I like, which I should have started PTCGO before this, is that you can actually import a deck right from PTCGO into here. You can put things like a deck name, the format, put a description of the deck, put if it's private or not. And then if you want to add a card to the deck, let's say you want Yveltal. I'm not sure if that's how people pronounce it. You go ahead, you look for the one you want. Let's just put this one, and it'll be added to the list. Looks like PTCGO is updating. So you can go ahead, edit the count of the cards. Let's also put Yveltal EX. And it'll go ahead and add it to the list, and you can go ahead and build your deck like that. And you can put a featured card, which will be the card that's shown when your deck is being viewed, on certain things of the site. I would show you how to PTCGO import, but it looks like my PTCGO is updating. It's at 90%. That'll, okay. Show you that in a minute. So you can go ahead, add whatever cards you want. Put a short description. So a deck name. I don't know. Let's just put dark. It's not really a big deal. Uh, this is a deck. I mean, you would obviously put whatever you want here. Something maybe like an explanation of why you pick certain cards. Things like that. Or you could also maybe ask like how you can improve the deck. Whatever you want. You can also mark the deck as private because some of the features you can actually print out your deck list and maybe get a couple stats on the deck. So you might want to use that, but you don't want to put your list out there. You can just check this box, deck is private, and no one else will be able to see it on the website. That's a pretty handy feature. I'm just waiting for PTCGO to start up. It's almost there, and I'll just show you the deck import real quick. Okay. Deck manager. I'll just import this random deck. Export. All you have to do is go to PTCGO and go to export. And then you paste it in, it'll give you this text list. You just paste it right into this box and you hit import. And it'll bring it up here. You can see it brought in all the cards. The energy were not processed properly. That happens sometimes. There's still some bugs I have to work out because PTCGO names the certain sets kind of weird. So if you look, they put XY energy as one word, so that's why it's not picking it up properly. So you can just go here, type darkness. I pulled up every dark card in the game. There we go. Darkness energy. So we'll just throw these in there. So 8 of them. Yep. And deck is private, and the save button's right here. So we'll save that. Now, as you'll see, my deck is down here. I can go ahead and view it. No one else will be able to view it. So 0 votes. People won't be able to vote on it because it's not a public deck. The featured image also doesn't show. But you can see that there's a description here and there won't be any comments because it's private. You can go ahead and hover all the cards, look at the list. There's also export, so you can export a deck from here to PTCGO. There's a thing I had made for posting lists on Facebook, but I don't think many people do it like that. Usually people just take a picture. There's also an HTML type of thing, so maybe you want to post it on some website or forum or something. That might work there. Doesn't look like it will. I'll have to fix that. And the most important feature is that you can actually print out the deck list. So you go ahead, print it out, take it to a tournament. Fill in your name, your pop ID, all that. You can go right ahead, and you don't have to fill it out manually. Another interesting feature, which I'm kind of maybe expanding on in the future, is that you can actually draw a simulated hand, and it's fairly well randomized. So you can kind of see like what different hands would look like. Kind of a quick and easy way to maybe get some idea on how what your hands will look like in a game. Another thing is the stats tab. Got a couple stats on there right now. So with this deck, the odds of starting with an energy are 75%. Odds of having a basic Pokemon on your opening hand, 80%. odds of a card being in your opening hand, and all the percentages are right there. So the huh, interesting thing, odds of having starting with an energy. Okay, so you have a 65% chance of starting with darkness energy, but altogether starting with any energy at 75. I was just looking at that, so it's kind of interesting to play around with these numbers. You know, that might help you. Maybe you might realize, oh, I might want to run 2 Jirachi instead of 1. You know, things like that. And you can also see other people's decks. They'll be the latest ones will be right here on the side. So if we click this, this was should be a description right here. This was Christian Moreno's deck in Worlds in the junior division. So as you can see, there's a featured card image there. You can vote on it. So you can vote on other people's deck lists, and shows you all the cards. You can print it out, all that. You can comment on it right here. So maybe if you have some suggestions or something, or some questions, you can go ahead and comment. And then you can also view the deck lists that are posted on the site. So the highest voted ones would be on top, right here. Then latest decks would be here. So these would be like the newest ones would be on top. And then latest standard. Right now, I don't. There's no standard deck lists on the website, but they would show up here. I'm gonna put a tab here for expanded soon, and that's like a simple way to like look through the decks. And I've started a search bar, but I still have to add more options to it. So let's say you wanted to look for a deck that won Worlds. So you maybe type Worlds first, and these are the 3 decks that won Worlds in each of their divisions this year. And eventually, this will grow as people add their decks to the website. And there'll be more decks to look through. Uh, I think for the most part, that would be it. Let me make sure I didn't miss any features. Click on a deck. You can click on a card here. So let's say you click on Shaman. You can go ahead. You can see the price right there. That's PTCGO though. You can see decks that have the card, and there'd be comments here, so you can comment on the card. So let me put something. This card is expensive. And it'll show up there, and it'll show up on the side. You go ahead and add people, and, interact with others. I think that's the main features of the site. If you're watching this, you're probably on the YouTube channel. So if you want, please subscribe. I'll try to have some more videos up eventually. There's also a Twitter page if you use Twitter, and the Facebook page. You can follow us on both of those, all 3 of those. We're also trying to put out some articles, so every now and then there'll be some stuff here to read. I'll also put updates on the website, so if some new features get implemented, they'll come up here. I'm hoping to go to Philly Regional, so depending on how I do, I might write an article for this, but I'm not really a good writer. I'm more of a programmer than anything else, but I'll give it a shot. Also, if anyone would like to contribute and write their own articles, I wouldn't mind. I'd put them up here. But the main thing about the site would be the database and deck builder. So hopefully that'll be enough for most people to understand, like know what type of features are available on Energy Search, and hopefully some of you will give it a try. And let me know if there's anything I can do to improve the site. I'm open to suggestions. And this is an ongoing project. It's not done. It probably will never be done, as the game is always changing. And hopefully some people find this useful. All right. This is Gamer 2020 from Energy Search. Have a good night.